Yeah, okay. Yeah, man. We listening to a part. We're gonna listen to a part where Tariq Nasheed is not playing, is playing with the colonizer to stay with him and not leave him. I just did it, but I did not record it well, so I'm gonna record it again. This part where Tariq Nasheed is saying that stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Yeah, right? It's just the plantation stuff. Let's break out. No, is there a better place than here? Let's listen to it, man. And here is the part where we also will try to convince the Caucasian that he is a mixed race. To me, be mixed, man, but don't try to come and make Maroon movie conning the people, saying you are praying to Ogun and all those things. That is even impossible. But
Soon,
anyways, let's
these
hear it, man.
Black Americans don't really play games like that. They're not like the South Africans, so we can't try to abuse them as a minority. So why don't we just try to make good and do the right thing and give them those reparations so that when you become a minority, things are all gravy.
It's never going to be even if I wanted to. Obviously, I don't agree with that, but even if I did, I would just say it would never be enough. It's never going to be enough.
Really?
Yeah.
It'll be enough. Yeah.
No.
You hear Tariq Nasheed? Really? It's gotta be enough. You see? All these guys want is money. I'm Pan-Africanist. Give me money. So they think they can use this capitalism mindset and go and abuse people like the indigenous people of America, like the Maroons and those people. Because we don't do those things. We don't sell off our culture. Our culture is from beginning of time. You do those things because your culture is made up from 250 years ago. My country existed 100 to 200 years before your America came to be. And America is Haiti, you're not even American. Also, that
It
one.
won't.
Let's see.
Yeah, it would. It would.
No, you won't be happy until you have ever. I mean, honestly, like this is one of the things I don't get with you. It's like, do you not like? It's like what you guys ultimately want is just a black nation. You want a nation with black people, with black police officers. You want the Wakanda. Like this mixed race nation it's never going to make you guys happy either. Like that's one thing I don't really understand. Like why you're so you're trying to make this diversity work. I don't get it.
That's a projection. We don't have a problem with other races. In fact, we were the ones helping.
What did Tariq Nasheed said? We don't have a problem with you people, so-called supremacists. He's been making videos for 10, 15 years on YouTube that supremacist is oppressing his people. And now he's talking to the colonizer. What he's saying is, and I don't want you to leave us. That's simply what he's saying. Just give us some money, and we are not like South Africans. And these South Africans thought they were the same. There are more colored people in South Africa, I think, than even in the United States. In South Africa, they are named colored. It's normal. Here in the Netherlands, you can get called kleurling. It means colored, mixed. When they don't know your identity and you look a bit black with curly hair, they say, oh, you are a clearling, you are colored. But in the United States, if you say colored, oh, you cannot say it because there was no color allowed and no black allowed and all these things. That is in the United States where you have one drop rule. If you have one drop of so-called African blood, you are black and you are African. Africans are the one who have the name black. Niger is Nigeria, is there in Nigeria. All these things come from there. So if you are mixed, you are mixed. That's why he's trying to convince this Caucasian that is 25% mixed. Then be that. Why are you making Maroon movie? Maroon people are living in the jungle. They are not mixed like you. Maybe new Maroon today, but those Maroons will be in the city, so they are not real Maroons. Because many of them live now in the city, going to university and all those stuff. Because I've been to an academy here, also here, so whatever, man. So what you hear that this guy, they don't want their own place. They just want to tether on this Caucasian. They want to cling on the Caucasian, the colonizer, because they don't have the ability to do anything on their own. Everything they do, they have to compare themselves against other so-called people. Are we better than the South Africans? Are we better than the Caribbean? Are we better than the European? We are the most. And he's stealing history like, yeah, I'm 20% and colonizer blood. So, nigga, I live in the Netherlands. I was born with a Dutch passport in the jungle. You're not my part of our race. Most people here are from South America. Yeah, maybe you don't know the people here in the Netherlands are from Curaçao, Aruba, Suriname, Venezuela, those places. Because there is where Columbus was. He was never in North America. Haiti Española has the name America. They speak the same language as Columbus did. Do you speak Spanish and Portuguese? No. In Suriname, there is Saramacanos. They speak Portuguese with an African language. I don't. I speak English and Dutch mixed African language and French mixed because I live on the border with French Guyana and Suriname. You see that? And Guyana. When we say Guyana, we mean British Guyana. You see that? So these guys, they don't want their own stuff, man. They just want to linger onto the Caucasian, the colonizer, and fight other people. Eh? Let's hear it
Soon,
again. Eh?
these Black
Shameless.
Americans don't really play games like that. They're not like the South Africans. So we can't try to abuse them as a minority. So why don't we just try to make good and do the right thing and give them those reparations so that when you become a minority, things are all gravy.
It's never going to be even if I wanted to. Obviously, I don't agree with that, but even if I did, I would just say it would never be enough. It's never going to be enough.
Really?
Yeah.
It'll be enough. Yeah.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it would. It would.
No, you won't be happy until you have I mean, honestly, like, and this is one of the things I don't get with you. It's like, do you not like? It's like what you guys ultimately want is just a black nation. You want a nation with black people, with black police officers. You want the Wakanda. Like this mixed race nation it's never going to make you guys happy either. Like that's one thing I don't really understand. Like why you're so trying you're trying to make this diversity work. I don't get it.
That's a projection. We don't have a problem with other races. In fact, we were the ones helping other races out.
That's just bullshit. Like they had all those like what about
You hear that, man? That's Tariq Nasheed speaking, yes. The one who is cussing out the Caribbean people and continental Africans. Man. When it comes to the colonizer, this is how he is. Man. Ay, boy. Sad, man. It's sad.
Nation with black people, with black police officers? You want the Wakanda. Like this mixed race nation it's never going to make you guys happy either. Like that's one thing I don't really understand. Like why you're trying to make this diversity work. I don't get it.
That's a projection. We don't have a problem with other races. In fact, we were the ones helping other races out.
That's just bullshit. Like they had all those like what about in the universities they had like those black only spaces because you had a bunch of these black kids who were who grew up in these white neighborhoods. They never felt like what it felt like to be only around blacks and they wanted that.
Where?
Right? Like they had during the woke SJW stuff, they had these like black only spaces on all these college campuses, right?
No, they didn't. They had like Black Lives Matter.
I'm gonna skip to the next part.
The white supremacists are dying off faster than
we are going to lose power. And obviously, I think that's a bad thing. Accused of like, being evil for colonization and slavery. I think that's a bad future. That's really my main reason for being a white nationalist.
Okay, yeah, and I respect the honesty. I respect the honesty. It's a very honest answer. And is that why you've brought up South Africa? You've kind of made us comparable to South Africa. What do you think the difference is with South Africa and foundational Black Americans? What do you think is the difference in your?
You see that? Everything and anything these so-called North Americans blacks have to do, they have to say the Jamaican said or Nigeria, so they have no they have no manlyhood in their homes or whatever, man. Everything have to be compared to another group or race of people. They have no substance on their own. No, yeah. Are we like the South Africans? Yeah, sad, man. If you have to compare yourself to another man, it means you have no man around you, man. Real talk. Otherwise, you would see an example in your own home, not go out there looking for people you can compare yourself to. Man,
Okay.
yeah, sad.
I'm pretty sure you guys are more mixed with.
The white supremacists are dying off faster than
We are going to lose power. And obviously, I think that's a bad thing. Accused of being evil for colonization and slavery. I think that's a bad future. That's really my main reason for being a white nationalist.
Okay, yeah, and I respect the honesty. I respect the honesty. It's a very honest answer. And is that why you've brought up South Africa? You've kind of made us comparable to South Africa. What do you think the difference is with South Africa and foundational Black Americans? What do you think is the difference, in your opinion?
I'm pretty sure you guys are more mixed with white, right? Isn't that the difference?
Eh, eh. Does that even count? I mean, there's some white mixed.
What's your DNA test? Have you done it? What is yours?
Got some shit from France and England in there. Got some shit from France and England in there. Got some shit from France and England in there. Got some shit from France and England in there. So it's in there. Even
So this African American Nasheed went from being African American to Maroon to Native American Indian to now English and French and Moorish. Yeah. They are ashamed of what they are, man. Only somebody that is ashamed of what they are will be clinging, tethering of the colonizer. Because he's clinging on the colonizer like a baby monkey, man. Don't leave me. For the colonizer to say, no, man, you want your own place and all this. No, we don't want that, daddy. No. Hey, let's hear it, man. Sure. I'm from France.
when I
Yeah.
do my France and England in there, so it's in there. Even when I do my lineage on ancestry,
Yeah.
I run into some English ancestors who were clearly some slave owners, who were clearly some slave owners, who were clearly some slave owners, ancestors who were clearly some slave owners, ancestors who were clearly some slave owners, English ancestors who were clearly some slave owners, English ancestors who were clearly some slave owners, English ancestors who were clearly some slave owners, but
Was it me saying it that he's a black hunter selling slaves? Now you hear it from the horse's mouth, nigga. Yeah, this is Tariq Nasheed saying that his ancestors were slave owners. All the description he's been giving and trying to be the Maroon. What did I say? Nigga, you are the enemy of my ancestors. You are a slave catcher from the 5 civilized tribes from the plantation. So you so-called freedmen, they would have to come into the jungle, attack my people to get their freedom. Those are Umar Johnson, his people. They are enemy of my ancestors. Black hunters. Let me check if I got it here. Maybe I've see this ready musu. These red hats is what you also have in Suriname when they speaking on this traitor and all this kind of stuff. Let me check if I've got this thing here, man. As I was saying. Let's see it quick. See it quick if I've got it. Yeah, I've got some Black Hunter stuff here. Some Black Hunter stuff. Click this to bring this in. You see this? Zwarte jagers. Yeah, these are black hunters. When they say Zwarte Piet, it means black. Yeah, of Blake. But Blackie Blake, whatever. I'm gonna leave that for another one. You see, uh, they were renamed the Royal Black Chasseurs by 1818. Their primary role shifted strictly to jungle patrol and capturing runaway slaves. You see, then they were starting capturing runaway slaves. Before that, they were fighting against my race. See, this unit was permanently deactivated in 1862, just 1 year before the Netherlands officially abolished slavery in Suriname. Cultural impact. In modern-day Suriname, the term Redimusu carries a deep cultural stigma because they fought against their own people on behalf of the white colonial master. The phrase Redimusu evolved in the local Sranatongo language to become the uh, pejorative slang term meaning traitor or collaborator. Their history is famously documented in eyewitness accounts and illustrations by British-Dutch soldiers John Gabriel Stedman in his book Narrative of the 5 Years Expedition Against the Revolted Negroes of Suriname. You see that? What is written there? Revolted Negroes. But in the jungle they are named Africans. Exchangeable. See that? The black royal chasseurs. See that? If you'd like to explore further, let me know, blah blah, because I was checking. See, you see there, but Boni was from later in the 1800s. My people are from the 1600s, 1500s, man. See, the 1805 rebellion. You see, just like Haiti. You see, the same kind of way these Haitian soldiers were fighting against their masters. That's what these Redimusi started doing. You see, the loyalty of the Korps Zwartejagers was complex while they fought against fellow black people to preserve their own newly acquired freedom. Tension eventually boiled over due to broken promises regarding their pay and treatment. See that? Because the colonizer didn't want to pay them. That's why they started fighting the colonizer and came into the jungle and trying now to take my history. That's why I speak on Brunswick and those people, Saramacanos like that. Because they are those people. They were in the army with the colonizer. When they had disagreement with the colonizer, they started running away, just like the rebellion in 1804 in Haiti. Those were soldiers of the army. Those are not my people I speak about. The people I speak about, I was in the jungle for 400-500 years, and these people of the army used to come there and fight my people. That's what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying, that's what it is. You will see it here. See, Fort Buku and the Boni Wash. The black hunters proved to be highly effective due to their survival skills and familiarity with the terrain. Their most notable historical action occurred in September 1772. See, 1772. And this Haitian thing was in the 1804. What I speak on is before all those things. Go and read this. You see, in 1712, the colonial government purchased roughly 300 slave men from plantation owners. Upon entering the unit, these men were granted their freedom. Freedmen. Umar Johnson Dafa. When you wanna come and tell me stuff, those stuff is for people who don't know their history. And that's what I was saying about this James Small stuff you think you're gonna bring. That's small stuff to me. When you have no history and no language and no culture, you don't understand these things. You think you're gonna go to these people like I am and then come and talk and foolery. Your Caucasian knowledge is just that from the colonizer. I know my people, nigga. I know my grandfather and grandmother. Just saying. See here, origin and formation in history of Suriname, formerly Dutch colonial, and this Dutch Guyana, they came there in 1685 or so. Before that, it was Portuguese, Spaniards, and French, and English. All those people came there. You see here? Korps Zwarte Jagers, Corps of Black Hunters, a specialized military unit armed black soldiers formed by Dutch colonialists to hunt down and combat Maroons. And these same people, when they run away, these black hunters will try and use my name that they are also Maroon. You see that? That's what I mean. Like Tariq Nasheed wanna come out and say, "We are Marunals." No, man. He was hunting down my people, combating my people. See that, Umar Johnson? That's the real talk. Never trust thine enemy, Israelites. You see that what you were doing, Israelites and Bishop Nathaniel? Why I speak sometimes like you are the police? Check what your people was doing there. When I say the book is not yours, it's real talk. Yeah, you was together with this colonizer doing these things. Look, it's written there even. My grandfather, when I was growing up, my grandfather used to teach us, if you see a Negro, run away because they bringing the colonizer to kill us in the jungle. Real talk. And you see here 1712, 1772, even in 1984 with Bouterse is the same thing going on. You see here? Yeah, so even this thing, Black Hunters, oh, this is part is also from Germany and from this place there in Sierra Leone, the Crowman, 19th century maritime slave hunters. You see here? In the context of the suppression of the transatlantic slave trade, black slave hunters refers to the crewmen or crewman, crew people of Sierra Leone and Liberia. You see that? The alliance following the UK Slave Trade Act of 1807. This is all already later. I was already in the jungle like in 60 and 1620 treaty and 1760 treaty. You see, this is all later happening. When I was saying they took these people really to go back to Africa to conquer the continent from the Berlin Conference. You see that? That is what they was doing. They was recruiting all these people, so-called Negro, five civilized tribes, black hunters, to attack my people in the jungle in South America. Columbus was never in the United States. He was in Haiti. Haiti is America. You see that? Read it over there. When I was saying this thing, you thought it was a joke. You see here, Nazi Germany, World War II, they used the same name, Black Hunters. And who were the owner of the plantations in Suriname? Germany people from the Netherlands and Germany. Places like Berlin is there, Hanover, Amsterdam is all in Suriname. And even New York is from the Dutch here. See here, and here you can see here and the people who were taken. You see here, like Charleston White, you see here 1718, Antigua, and a principal place where captives were purchased, Antigua, and brought to North America. You see, Barbados, place of purchase, brought to Charleston and America. You see all these things? But I was saying, see that? Let me show you another one. You see how many people here? People taken from St. Elizabeth, Barbados, Charleston, mainland America. You see that? That's how many people came there. You see here from Kingston, Jamaica, principal place where captives were purchased. Kingston, Jamaica, Montego Bay brought to Charleston, brought to Brunswick. You see Brunswick, his name. You see here? When I say he was a slave, you can see it here, Brunswick, in 1788. And my treaty was 1620 and 1760. Brunswick family was on a plantation somewhere. You see their principal place where captives were landed, Brunswick, because Brunswick is in North America also, and they are from Germany. And in Suriname, the name is Brunswijk, or runaway. That's why I'm saying they are from a different tribe, because they have Dutch name also. My name is Njale, African name. Real talk. You see here, South Carolina place. You see here, Kingston, Jamaica in 1765 to South Carolina. So Jamaica to New York. What I was saying, all these people say, no, these people were taken from South America and brought there to the north. And after they had training there, they would take them and bring them back to the jungle to capture people. You see that? Those who didn't want to work, run away, or whatever. You see that? Check it all here. When you come here and speak, when I say your Aunt Nancy is not your story because it comes from these Jamaicans who were brought over to New York and those places. It's Da Nancy. And Nancy's story is from Ghana. You see that the Jamaican brought it there. You see, even people taken there in 1659, principal war they were purchased was Curacao to New York. You see that? From Americas to New York, Jamaica, New York, Delaware River, Barbados, Kingston, St. Kitts to Boston. These people, what are you saying? You see that when I'm saying you stealing history of my people? All these people you speak about who were enslaved and brought over there came from South America, Jamaica, and all those places, Haiti, Barbados. See that? You know nothing if this story is true because this information is from your database of the colonizer. You see here, Molly Gambia vessel name. You see that? Principal place of church purchase, Gambia. See there? Catalunya. That is when Argentina over there. Jamaica. Yes, you see all those places where they were buying slaves after they were so-called taken from Africa and brought over there. These people were not bought in the mainland Africa, all of them. You see, they're from Gambia, everywhere they would go and take people and bring them. That's why I keep saying many of these people are not related. You see that? Here's a Willem and Havana to Havana, British Caribbean. It's Guyana, St. George. See that? That's what I was saying. So all these things you think you're doing is foolery. You see that? You see that? And check here. Zur. You see? Suriname. You see when I say, you see where Nalis is written? Mar. You see? Mare. Amare. Because mare is also water. You see, my people live next to the water. Pacific Mar and Pacificum Mare. Suriname. Zur. You see here? Because where you see this line drawn, the equator, there is where I'm from. Where you see north is written here on top here, there. See that? When you come out here and speak and say that you know things and all these things you're saying is foolery. All this information, you can find it back there at Slave Voyages. If this story is true, check when they started bringing people over there. This one is 1515. They started bringing people over there according to them, and they stopped in something like 1866. Let me check if I got the video. See here, it is a black hunter, just like you see, you just saw Traore and his people. They had a red hat just like this guy. Soldiers. That is Tariq Nasheed's people, yeah, right? I was in the jungle for 500 years before these people came there with their Native Americans because they were together with Native Americans, Negroes, Africans mixed. So let's check it here if I got the video of. Let's listen to this and then maybe I'll show the Slave Voyages video a part of how it went at the end, man. Let's hear
in
it.
there. So it's in there. Even when I do my lineage on.
So when Tariq Nasheed is saying he was a slave seller, I told you that is what these people was doing. The people who were being enslaved, they would come into the jungle just like I just showed you. They would come to Jamaica and buy people there and bring them to North America to train them, become soldiers and bring them back into the jungle or leave them there, whatever they were doing with them. All right, let's hear it, man.
The white
So
supremacists
this
are
is
dying
all
off faster than
liars, man.
We are going to lose power. And obviously, I think that's a bad thing. Accused of being evil for colonization and slavery. I think that's a bad future. That's really my main reason for being a white nationalist.
Okay, yeah, and I respect the honesty. I respect the honesty. It's a very honest answer. And is that why you've brought up South Africa? You've kind of made us comparable to South Africa. What do you think the difference is with South Africa and foundational Black Americans? What do you think is the difference, in your opinion?
I'm pretty sure you guys are more mixed with white, right? Isn't that the difference?
Eh, eh. Does that even count? I mean, there's some white mixed. Like,
What's your DNA test? Have you done it? What is yours?
got some shit from France and England in there, so it's in there. Even when I do my lineage on ancestry,
Yeah.
I run into some English ancestors who were clearly some slave owners, but in there, so it's in there. Even when I do my lineage on ancestry,
Yeah.
I run into some English ancestors who were clearly some slave owners. It's in there. Even when I do my lineage on ancestry,
Yeah.
I run into some English ancestors who were clearly some slave owners.
I'm pretty sure you guys are more mixed with white, right? Isn't that the difference?
Why you've brought up South Africa? You've kind of made us comparable to
Future. That's really my main reason for being a white nationalist.
Okay, yeah, and I respect the honesty. I respect the honesty. It's a very honest answer. And is that why you've brought up South Africa? You've kind of made us comparable to South Africa. What do you think the difference is with South Africa and foundational Black Americans? What do you think is the difference, in your opinion?
I'm pretty sure you guys are more mixed with white, right? Isn't that the difference?
Eh, eh. Does that even count? I mean, there's some white mixed. Like,
what's your DNA test? Have you done it? What is yours?
Got some shit from France and England in there. Even count? I mean, there's some white mixed. Like,
what's your DNA test? Have you done it? What is yours?
Got some shit from France and England in there.
What's your DNA test? Have you done it? What is yours?
Got some shit from France and England in there. Some white mixed. Like,
what's your DNA test? Have you done it? What is yours?
Got some. Does that even count? I mean, there's some white mixed. Like,
what's your DNA test? Have you done it? What is yours?
Got some shit from France and England in there, so it's in there. Even when I do my lineage on ancestry,
Yeah.
I run into some English ancestors who were clearly some slave owners, but
So Tariq is an English slave owner now. So this FBA foundationally broken American officially told you that they are the slave sellers. Like I was saying in all my videos while they were attacking these videos and using the MAGA team and this racist KKK to do so. Because they are being paid by them. Even here in the Netherlands you have Telegraaf, NPS, Negroes from Suriname, and they pay Negroes, VHP, coolies, Bob, Jukakas, Beb, Samakakas. Yeah, this Israeli so-called Jewish, they are, and this stupid Trump and waited guys from there, from Ireland. Even Trump is a servant from Ireland. But anyways, man, let's see it.
I've been getting when I made a video, these folks, especially the white liberals.
Oh yeah, this is a small part from this guy Sheku or so. I saw this where this girl, this woman, not even this woman, these people were saying how much they hate Africans, man, that they love the Caucasian and they hate these Africans. Let's hear it, man. Real talk, I was saying it, they thought it was a joke.
Think I'm supposed to give a fuck about the Haitian and the TPS.
You will be just fine. I know y'all nervous about going back to your homeland. I know some of y'all are sad, depressed.
So they are making fun of Haitian that they are being deported. When I tell you that these people are the happy slaves from the plantation, you thought it was a joke? No, it is what they were doing on the plantation, black hunters. Yeah, listen to it again. Real.
I've been getting when I made a video, these folks, especially the white liberal, think I'm supposed to give a fuck about the Haitian and the TPS.
You will be just fine. I know y'all nervous about going back to your homeland. I know some of y'all are sad, depressed, anxious, confused, don't know what to do right now.
The treatment of human beings as property, deprived of personal rights.
And another fucking thing, I hate Africans so motherfucking bad. I don't give a fuck about their AIDS. I don't give a fuck about their slavery. I'm glad that they raping their goddamn children and marrying off child brides. That's how much I hate these motherfuckers. I want the worst for them.
Well, gladly so they can hate you back and even more, because they are with 1.5 billion, you are with 50 million or whatever. Who cares? Real talk, let's hear it, man.
Some of y'all are sad, depressed, anxious, confused, don't know what to do right now.
The treatment of human beings as property, deprived of personal rights.
And another fucking thing, I hate Africans so motherfucking bad. I don't give a fuck about their AIDS. I don't give a fuck about their slavery. I'm glad that they raping their goddamn children and marrying off child brides. That's how much I hate these motherfuckers. I want the worst for them. When I tell you, I hate them motherfuckers with everything in me. I wish that the government would send them motherfuckers back home and kill every single goddamn last one of them.
Crazy. Africans are the enemy. Remember that. They're black people.
What did she just say? When I was saying you thought it was a joke? No, this is the people I grew up with in Suriname. That's why
I hate them motherfuckers with everything in me. I wish that the government would send them motherfuckers back home and kill every
now
single
you can hear it live from the horse's mouth.
goddamn last one of them.
Crazy. Africans are
Fuck about their AIDS. I don't give
Personal rights.
And another fucking thing, I hate Africans so motherfucking bad. I don't give a fuck about their AIDS. I don't give a fuck about their slavery. I'm glad that they raping their goddamn children and marrying off child brides. That's how much I hate these motherfuckers. I want the worst for them. When I tell you, I hate them motherfuckers with everything in me. I wish that the government would send them motherfuckers back home and kill every single goddamn last one of them.
crazy. Africans are the enemy. Remember that. They're black people. Crazy. Africans are the enemy.
The Atlantic
Child brides. That's how much I hate these motherfuckers.
And she's saying it where her child is, so her child can grow up like Tariq Nasheed, conning Africans and scamming Caribbeans while acting like he's one of them, stealing their history to bring to the colonizer to now come say he's 25% Caucasian. Yeah. Let's see.
The worst one.
Sad.
When I tell you, I hate them motherfuckers with everything in me. I wish that the government would send them motherfuckers back home and kill every single goddamn last one of them.
Crazy. Africans are the enemy. Remember that. They're black people. Crazy. Africans are the enemy.
The Atlantic slave trade, occurring
Yeah, this is the slave voyage. I'm gonna show it so we can see that nobody went to North America. You can see there mainland America, and you will see that everybody was brought to South America. Columbus never went to mainland America there. Not even mainland America. It was not called America. Because if Columbus discovered America, he was here in Haiti. They stole the name just like Tariq Nasheed is stealing everything and Donald Trump is stealing oil, man. You see there in the left corner, on the top left corner, you can see the time. 1682. When I say that many of these people were brought there later than I was, if I was ever brought there, if it's a true story. See that? People, even in the 1860, they were bringing people there. Do I know those people? No. That is the thing I mean with all this. We were all the man. No, man, we were not. You was in the army there doing your stuff, attacking my people. I was in the jungle for 400-500 years before that. That's the real talk. Nigga? See that everybody was brought to Haiti there and Brazil, Guyana, Suriname, those places. And from there, just like I showed you before, they would buy them or sell them there. If you was not hard-headed with Willie Lynch stuff, all those stuff, and bring you to mainland as a soldier, buffalo soldier, and then deploy you to wherever you needed to go to attack people in name of the colonizer. That's what I know about these so-called Negroes. They are not the same. They have no culture. They have no language. They have no God. They don't know their own. That's why when they see the cross or ankh in my thing, they think it's from the colonizer. If they see my hands, your hands is just like mine from the colonizer. So everything they know comes from plantation. That's why anything they see out there, they don't have the mindset to know that the colonizer stole the land they living on there in North America, saying it's theirs, stole Australia, saying it's theirs, stole South Africa apart there, saying it's theirs. If they stealing all those things, what else did they steal? When it's jealousy and hatred, when you have no culture, they want everybody to be like them, lost. Nah, nigga. I know my ancestral God. Anything in my video is personally of my house, of my ancestors, of whom you are the enemy of, nigga. Hear that, Tariq Nasheed? And I've seen these Negroes come, yeah, but some are FBA, so I'm not busy with FBA or not. I'm not in soap series. No Negroes will come out here, start a fight like a woman with, when you want a woman in your home, they will start a fight and then you have to make up later. I'm not part of that fuckery. Go and do that with Donald Trump over there. we, we're not with the Epstein stilo. Move on, nigga. You see here, everybody check where the people were taken to. That's the real talk. You see that 1727, 1728. When these Negroes coming out here saying people were taken, yeah man, I was already in North America. The North American people are with straight hair because it's even above the equator. Sambo people, black Indians live where I live there in Brazil. I'm from northern Brazil. From the coastline there. You stupid one. And you see the distance between Africa and Brazil, how small it is? And even for this Tariq Nasheed, you're saying you have French and Dutch and English blood. English people live here in Spain. Do you see this Spain? Above Spain is France. It's Africa continent. If you look here, Spain, you will see that Africa and Europe is just like North America and South America. So these Africans are more European than you ever could be because they are on the same continent. You are not. You are so-called indigenous from North America, but now all of a sudden you are French and English. So the Maroons and James Moss are now French and the Englishmen. Yeah. That's how he's trying to steal the Maurice history. That's why everything they do, they will put anti-blackness, not anti-African. They will put anti-blackness because with the blackness, anybody can go and claim anything in Africa. I'm also black. Yeah, that piece of shit is also black, so you just like that piece of shit. Just saying. You have two hands like Michael Jordan. Can you play basketball like Michael Jordan? No. You have two legs like Messi. Can you play soccer like Messi? No. When you go to the city, where do you go back to? To your own home. Your thinking is not my thinking. Yeah, that's the real talk. See that 1760 is when the second treaty of my people. And check there, they still bringing people to Suriname and America. How are those people my people? Those people, many of them were in the army, going to the 5 civilized tribes. If you see that, you will see that many of them will start going to the mainland, so-called United States of the Americas, because South America, where they bringing the so-called slave, that is America. This other part on top there became America later. They took the name. It's called United States of the Americas. The Americas is where you see they bringing the people over there, the slaves, so-called, if it's a true story and not a lie. Yeah, because it's their story. I was in the jungle. I do not know you people out here, what you're saying. What I'm showing you here is what I've seen on the academy and what I've learned in school. This is their narrative, not mine. Yeah, but when you come out here saying, I am Maroon, you're clearly not. You are the kitchen slave of the colonizer, Tariq Nasheed. Just like we just heard in this audio. You was pleading to the colonizer for him not to leave you. Please don't leave us, man. Just give us some money and we'll be quiet, man. Bring the Jim Crow back as long as you give us some money and leave us alone, man. That's these Negroes. We are fighting, man. And when it's against Caribbean, yeah, we are strong and we fighting. We ready, man. Colonizer come. Yeah, man, so man, give us some money, man. So you can see here where people were taken to. Even after a while, you will see in the 1800s they start taking people from East Africa. Check East Africa now. They are taking people from there also now, bringing over. See that? When you come out here and speak things, you see now they are bringing people from South America even to North America. And even you see North America, there is Mexico, even is Middle America, like you have Middle East. They have there Mexico, Middle America. You see that? All these things, when you think you know things, you come out here speaking. You see, 1813. I've been in the jungle already for 400 years, from 15 something, if I count their counting. I would be there by this time like 300 years, if the story is true. See that? Just say. Even by 1820, still bringing people over. Like even from East Africa, and I think there is Madagascar or Mauritania, or where, no, not Mauritania. I think it's Madagascar over there, close to South Africa there. So they start taking people from East Africa, South Africa, all those places, bringing over. See that? Because by this time, this colonizer went back to South Africa and all those places in Zimbabwe and all those places and sending people over. See? And in Kenya, sending people over. See, that was in 1830 when I'm saying, oh man, these people are new to me. I do not know them because they were brought there later by this colonizer. After these people, they brought these India people from India, and then they brought these people from Indonesia and China. The Caucasian did all that, not my people, so you need to go to them and try to fix your life with them, Tariq Nasheed, instead of going around stealing everybody's history. I'm the Egyptian, man. I am the European Moors, man. I am the Maroon, man. I am the everything, man. When you are the one without a history, so it's logical that you're gonna go out there and try to steal everybody's history. Speak your aboriginal indigenous language so we can hear it if you are Maroon. What is your indigenous food? What is the name of your god? Maroon lived in a Kampong, Jamaica there, and a Quilombo, Palenque, Suriname, Njuka, those places. We don't know your race but to be the soldier of the colonizer, nigga. That's the real talk. And I'm gonna leave it at that. You can see here that even in 1850, 100 years later, 1950, you had this Martin Luther King and those stuff. 100 years later. See that? So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. You've seen it. So don't come out here talking your foolery again. Understand, nigga? But yeah, whatever. I'm gonna leave it at that, latest, man.